Good morning, everyone. I love that. I would like to start with a question. What if everything you thought about success was wrong? In a world dominated by likes, shares, and endless notifications, are we chasing fulfillment or just running faster on a never ending treadmill? Let me share a bit about myself. I used to work as a digital marketing back in Melbourne, but after 2 years, I leave my job to do social media full time. Every single day, I made contents. I was working my passion. And after a while, I got the engagements, the likes, the followers. But every day, I felt the pressure to create an engaging content, to reach those high engagements all the time. But the problem is, when the engagement doesn't go the way I wanted, I got stressed. When I couldn't write a good content or when I faced with a creativity block, I got stressed. What started as a passion has become a source of stress. In a fast-paced digital era, followers, likes, engagements are what define success. But it's time to rethink success. What does success really mean? Traditionally, success has been tied to wealth, power, and status. People are doing everything that they can to reach fame. But how are the famous living? Are they living well? Some of the people that seem to have it all, wealth, power, and status, has tragically ended their own life. So does wealth, power, and status really an indicator of success? And the growth of technology has made this even more challenging. In a hyper-connected 24/7 culture, social media pressure, hustle culture, we are more prone to burnout, anxiety, and disconnection more than ever. Let's look at these 4 pillars instead. Purpose. Are you living according to what you're created for? Well-being. Are you mentally, physically, and emotionally healthy? Impactful. Is your life adding value to the life of others? Meaningful connections. Do you have quality relationships? I'm not saying that wealth, power, and status are not important, but instead of success indicators, they are better as a byproduct of living a good life. Because having as much wealth, power, and status doesn't mean we're living a good life. Here are the 3 tools that I think might help us to achieve those 4 pillars. First, mindset shift. Everyone has a specific purpose to bring an impact in this world in a very specific way. And we can't compare our life with others because our purpose and our timelines are different. You can reach your unique purpose if you're trying to live like other people. And the best tool to know your purpose is to see your talent. Let me ask you a question. What is it that you can do very well with the least amount of effort? That's your talent, and your talent will help you to learn more about your purpose. Another point, digital boundaries. As much benefits that we can get from the growth of technology, the lack of control and boundaries will bring more harm than good. Set boundaries and take control. Take the benefits, take the advantage of the benefits, but limit the damage that it can do. For this, I do two things. First, off-screen schedule. Who here is guilty of scrolling before you sleep or right when you wake up? Every day, I have a specific time where I cannot touch my gadgets. Well, I'm still learning, but I'm doing the best way that I can. And the other thing that I do is social media detox. I take a monthly break from social media because otherwise we can be stuck in scrolling all the time. And if we are not careful, the contents that we consume can impact the way we think and the way we live. Remember, not everything on social media is worth your attention. So taking a social media detox has helped me to take a break from all of that and it also helped me to limit comparing my life to others. A silly story from my holiday in New York. I love to share my experience through my IG stories. And after I reached home, just for fun, I was still sharing some of my photos and my videos that I have left on my gallery. And a friend of mine thought I was still in New York. That just shows what we see on social media can create an image that's different to the reality. So why should we compare our lives to that? And the last tool is community and collaboration. Be present with the people around you, your family, your community, people at work. Be vulnerable. Be open about what's really going on in your life. Don't just share what you think will get the most likes. Do you prefer to be loved for wearing a mask or to be loved for who you are? How can you be loved for who you are if you don't show it? Okay, now let's imagine a new future. Imagine where success isn't a race, but a journey. Where you don't have to wait for one day when to be successful, because you can be successful today. Not because you've reached a high level of power, wealth, and status, but because you're able to live with purpose, because you're able to be physically, mentally, and emotionally well, because you're able to have a good connection, quality relationships with those around you, and to know that what you do today is impactful. And now, I'm still active on social media, but I'm no longer there to gain approval or success. I just there to share what I can about the topics that I'm passionate about, and hopefully, along the way, leave a mark on other people's life and bring positive change in the midst of this crazy world. So let's take the steps today that we need to take to redefine success in a fast-paced digital era. The digital age doesn't have to define us, but we can redefine success on our own terms. Thank you.